Well, welcome back to another video when I share a thought with you and a verse from the Bible. Well, my name's John and it's great to be back. I have missed this part of my working week when I share something with you, and I know there are those who appreciate these videos, and I hope you are appreciating this one as well. Well, I was reflecting today on breakfast, and well, I start every day with breakfast. You know, I never miss breakfast. Some of you, I'm sure, don't eat breakfast. And if you do eat breakfast, you'll eat different things. I appreciate that. Or maybe drink different things. I'm on my tea this morning. And I'm also on something I have, well, every day. I don't really miss a day of toast. Well, actually, I've no bread left because this is take 2 or take 3 and I've already eaten all the bread. I've had all my toast. In fact, I've had enough. Toast. I don't miss toast. And I was thinking about that this morning, thinking, I never miss breakfast. It's sort of so routine. It's so sort of imprinted into my my routine that I sort of stumble downstairs, and probably one of the first things I do is put the bread in the toaster and get on with making my toast. And I was thinking about that and thinking, well, it's so in my nature now. It's so part of my routine that I can't imagine not making myself a slice of toast, or to be honest, 2 or 3 in the morning. And but marmalade is my choice topping, but there are other options there. And I was thinking about it, thinking, well, yes, I never forget eating my toast, but there are days when I just rush on with life, rush on with tasks and activity, and I do forget to read God's word. And I'm honest and open, and I'm sure many of us would say the same, that there are days when the Bible gets squeezed out of our day, squeezed out of our routine. And crazy it is, because we know it's so important to us. It fills us up, it feeds our souls, it feeds our spiritual selves. It does. It makes such a difference. I know the days when I rush through and just grab a Bible at the end of the day, I can have missed out on that moment, that encouragement, that support, that truth, that promise from God. Anyway, I was drawn to this verse, and Jesus spoke to the people after they'd seen the miracle of him providing food for 5,000 people from a little boy's lunch, and the people were following him everywhere, and he was trying to get away from them, to be honest. He was trying to get a bit of space. You can't blame him for that. It was crowds, thousands of people following him, and they came after him, and he sort of challenged them and said, well, really guys, you're just after some more food. You're not looking at what I'm doing. You're not looking at these amazing miracles. You're just really looking for a free lunch. And he was challenging them about that. But he then moves on to explain what he means by this bread of life. And the disciples don't really know what he's on about. Say, well, we always want this bread. Sir, give us this bread. And in verse 35 of John 6, Jesus says these words. Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. I never go without my food. I'm never hungry from food, and I'm grateful for that, because I know there are people around the world who are hungry and thirsty for physical food and drink. And I'm grateful that I'm always provided for in that way. I've always got food in the cupboard, a tap with water coming out of it, even if there's no juice or other drinks. But Jesus says, if I come to him, he will give me the food, the bread of life. And those days when I feel a bit burnt out, a bit worn out, a bit emotionally drained, a bit questioning, what do I do? How do I get through this? What's the plan? Lord, next week, how do I get going with this idea? Or how do I sort this? How do I finance this? Have I got the energy? How are we going to do this? How my family or my friends, the things that we all face, and you'll face your stuff that isn't my stuff, but you'll have your own examples of that. I'm reminded of this verse. Jesus said, come to me. I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. So I'm going to state now, I'm going to come back to you maybe in a few weeks, and hopefully I will be able to describe, be able to tell you how I've been feeding more and more on the bread of life, which is Jesus, because that's my intention, that's my desire, to come to Jesus, because he'll fill me up.